So let's discuss Superman 2025. This has been my most anticipated movie since it was announced. Myself being a big DC fan, this was the make or break for this new DC world, in my opinion. This is the real starting point. This is where it all kicks off. And James Gunn has been set up this word for a while now. And all I can say is, James Gunn, thank you, mate. This film was everything I wanted it to be. Everything I wanted Superman to be. It portrays who he is and what he stands for perfectly. It's the best way to describe Superman for me in this and in the comics. Superman is a firefighter. He's not a policeman. He's there to save lives, not enforce laws. And this is just that. The action's fantastic. The side characters were fantastic. And yeah, that's me chatting. I'm waffling. I do apologise. I'm just excited. I'm really excited. Let's just get into it, mate. Let's get into it. Do you know what I mean?
Like you're saying, like, when I watched this film last Friday, I was literally like, I've got nothing but singing praises for it. It's such a great film. I really enjoyed it all the way through, and we're so excited to see where James Gunn's vision goes next. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into these questions. And,
a couple of things really first as well. Just massive shout out to David Corenswet for standing and delivering as Superman, doing your research, nailing the part. Like, I love Henry Cavill as an actor, but Corenswet is Superman. He really is a true symbol of hope. He's not like just helplessly destroying loads of buildings, killing thousands of people. He's doing his best to ensure there's no harm done to people. There's people literally evacuating with turtles. He's saving squirrels. Like, he really nailed Superman. He really nailed Clark Kent as well. Like, the way he carried himself. We didn't see much Clark Kent, but the way he carried himself, a little bit slouched. He's obviously done his research. He's looked at people like Christopher Reeve's legend, the ultimate Superman, and he's really taken obviously inspiration from those sort of like highly praised Superman actors and obviously their roles. And yeah, he's done a fantastic job. Nicholas Hoult, fellow Brit, legend, phenomenal actor. His portrayal of Lex was incredible on it, like really, really good.
Yeah, we've had loads of like Superman and different things like Smallville, and we had that Superman Returns with Brendan Roth and that. But yeah, David's nailed it with this one. Like I say, Christopher Reeves is a legend. Like the first two Superman movies, that's what we grew up on. We grew up watching them, and we loved them, even though they're not proper cheesy in parts. But yeah, but David, like I say, David's proper. He's looked into the part. He's nailed it, and obviously with the guidance of like with James Gunn, he's really nailed this part and made a really great film for us to enjoy. But yeah, honestly, I love this film. I loved it so much.
It's
I want to
honestly,
watch it again.
oh mate, I need to. I was literally, mate, I was in the cinema like kicking my little feet, like this is brilliant. Like, honestly, some of the memes, mate, it's just in TikTok talk, mate. It's hope core. Like, it's creating so much hope. This is going to be so impactful for young people, I think, in terms of like how they visualize stuff, like how they want to act, like going forward. And it's such a positive message throughout this entire movie, isn't there? Like, for the most part, obviously there's a villain in there, it's a superhero movie, that sort of thing, but for the most part, there's a lot of hope in here. So we've got some questions. So I'm going to ask a question, Martin's going to ask a question, and we're gonna just bounce off each other, and we're just gonna chat about it. The first question really is, what were your first impressions of this film, and did it meet your expectations?
I was in full hope that James Gunn would do a good job. I was hoping, like yourself, this was like the make or break kind of thing. And when I was watching it, what I loved about this film is, like, when I was watching it, we skipped all the origin story because we've seen that millions of times.
It's exactly what the MCU did with Spider-Man as well, and it worked. Yeah. It needed to happen.
Yeah, and like they got rid of all that and a few bits of text. Boom, straight into it. 160 miles per hour, mate. Straight into the story, and it starts with Superman losing his first battle or whatever. But yeah, I loved like skip the origin story again. We've seen it all before. We don't see it again. It was literally straight into the action, straight into the film, and I thought the film delivered such a great job. Like I say, thank you to James Gunn for bringing this to us. It's what he needed, what the DC needed for years. So, yeah.
And we're lucky. We're lucky up to this point. I just want to preface this and say, if you haven't watched this movie and you don't want anything to be spoiled, thanks for being here up until 6 minutes in or whatever we're at, because it's going to be. This is just spoiler. Yeah, we're going to be discussing this movie, and we're going to be talking about our best bits, everything we loved, things we might not have loved as much. We're going to be discussing this movie, scenes that will spoil it for you. So if you've not watched the movie, go watch it and then come back, please, and then watch this video and then let us know your thoughts as well. But yeah, my first impression of this movie was just instantly how bright it was, mate. The movie it was so full of colour, which we've not really seen from Superman in a long time. And it's certainly in the movie, obviously, we had the Zack Snyder film, which was so grey, so dull, so depressing. And this was just, it was such a breath of fresh air, wasn't it? Like, Superman needed James Gunn. Like, Superman really needed James Gunn, because this film was honestly so colourful, mate. And it was so good. Like, really, first, like, it did meet my expectations. It shattered my expectations, to be honest. I thought it was probably going to be a nice, probably 7 out of 10 little origin story movie, that sort of thing. Mate, it's 8.5, 9 out of 10 movie, mate. It's for me, it's a 9 out of 10 movie, like all day long, mate. I love this movie. One of our friends who we work with, Perry, he went to see it last night as of recording this a few days ago. He brought me a poster into work. I've not got it with me, it's upstairs, but he bought me the poster, mate. Like, it's honestly, it's in the bedroom now, mate. I've literally got it up in the bedroom, a poster of Superman in my bedroom right now. Like, and my wife has let me do it as well. Like, that's how, like, she knows. This film is like, honestly, mate, I've loved this film so much. This might possibly be my favourite film this year. And I know obviously the year's not over, and we've got a couple of things to come out, Fantastic Four and stuff like that. But Marvel's track record, mate, that is not going to be a 9 out of 10 movie for me, in my opinion. This is going to be it. This is it, mate.
And like you say, for like years, like DC films have been coming out, and we'd be like, oh yeah, it's just DC. It'd probably be like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. But then this new film comes out, like I say, bright, hopeful, 9 out of 10. Fucking bomb.
Straight away, so good.
At the end, like I literally had goosebumps, mate. Like I want to see what else is coming.
Mate, I'm thinking about a scene I'll talk about later, but I'm getting goosebumps, bro. I'm not even lying, mate.
Well, let's move on then. So the second question is, how does this version? I mean, we've discussed it already, but how does this version of Superman compare to previous portrayals, like Henry Cavill, Christopher Reeves, etc. In your opinion?
Bar Reeve, who is the OG and one of the greatest versions of Superman we've had, he really hit both parts, I think, right. Obviously, that was a long before we was even alive. Those movies came out, but that's how impactful that they were. Corin Sweat, I know I mentioned it earlier, but he's taken inspiration from the best parts of Superman and put them together and made it his own. And like I said, the way he holds himself as Clark Kent, the way he's almost clumsy, slashing a little bit when he's Clark Kent. He's what I expected from a Superman project, Superman movie. And his hopes, beliefs, everything are what I personally sort of put with Superman. Obviously, you went to see it with your parents. Your dad was a big Superman fan, wasn't he, growing up?
Yeah.
And you said he enjoyed it. And I think if you've got a person that's certainly an older gentleman, I'm not saying he's old, but like someone who was reading it like 50 years ago, 45 years ago or whatever, and he's watching a movie today and he's like, that's Superman. Like, they've got it right. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've really done a very good job of that.
Yeah, it was such a great job. Yeah. My dad, obviously, he grew up reading the old Superman books, and and he was like, it was the same with me. Like when you're watching it, it's like you're watching a comic book, basically. Like it's literally straight out of a comic book. With all the surroundings and how Superman is and stuff. I was like, mate, it's nailed this perfectly. And like I say, David's portrayal of this is one of the best. Obviously, Christopher Reeves is the OG, but David's version of this, it really brought a refreshing new look to Superman and what it should be like within line with the comics. So yeah,
Yeah.
top
On
job.
just
David.
on Reeves, there's like a scene in the movie where there's like a TV and Peacemaker makes an appearance, doesn't he? And he's being interviewed on the TV. The guy interviewing him is Christopher Reeve's son in real life. So they've
Really?
literally,
I
yeah.
don't know
So
that.
they've made it. They've literally had a piece of Christopher Reeves like in the movie. Like I thought that was
That's
such a
like a nod,
sick,
like a
yeah,
nod
like
and
a nod
yeah,
to him. Like it's
respect.
so sick
Yeah.
that, isn't it? Like it's so respectful. I really did like that they did that.
So
Yeah, how? Where are we next, mate? Oh yeah, that's it. How did you find the tone of the movie?
I thought it was good, mate. No, I proper like I said earlier, like I felt like it was like you watch it like you're like straight into a comic book, mate, reading it page from page. But yeah, I thought it came across really well. There's no any bits in throughout the whole film that I wasn't bored or anything like that. I was really like interested. Like I say, I was sitting there like, oh, this is amazing. But
Yeah, yeah. Like, I've wrote down that the tone of the movie for me was just hope. Like you watched that and you
yeah,
literally went away wanting to be a better person because, like, let's be honest, that is the real punk rock, mate. Like, do you
yeah.
know what I mean?
And that Superman throughout the film, it just shows that he wants to be this beacon of light, and like I say, it is hope because he wants to be this beacon of light, and that's how he's lived his whole life. Um, but yeah, hope's definitely the tone of this movie. Hope for the people of Metropolis, but also the people of DC to get this nice movie
Yeah, and
dropped.
hope, like you say, yeah, hope for the fans.
Yeah, for the fans. Yeah. What about yourself? Same thing, hope.
Just hope, mate. Yeah, I just love like it's just such a hopeful, like hope-filled, just positive movie in it. Like really good.
And it's like, and it's fun. It's goofy in parts, but obviously that's James Gunn's unique style, isn't it? And obviously it's a family friendly film as well. Like the whole family can enjoy it. And
I
it like I
went.
said,
So me, my wife, my 9-year-old son, and my 5-year-old daughter all went to the cinema to watch this.
how'd your kids find it? Do your kids enjoy it as well?
Yeah, loved it, mate. I mean, Ava's obviously
Yeah,
she's 5. She weren't that. She watched it, but she weren't that like. She's not going to be that as
yeah,
infused as
yeah.
me as a massive nerd. But Blake really enjoyed it. So, but that's what I mean. Like, children are going to watch this movie and they're going to hopefully change their perspective and they're going to start bringing a little bit of. Because some of these generations now, mate, are unbelievable. Like, horrible cretins, mate. I'm not. My kids aren't. But I'm just saying there's a lot of people out there, and
I know, yeah.
it's media is a big problem for that. There's a lot of negativity in media. There's a lot of negative movies, and yeah,
Yeah.
this is a good symbol of hope to like younger generations as well. Like to really just try their hardest and just
Be a good person,
be
that
the
like,
best
yeah.
version of yourself. Yeah.
Let's go on to the next question, the nitty gritty. Let's get into the. So, what were your most memorable or standout scenes in this movie?
There's a few. So
I've got loads, mate. I got this.
this,
Yeah,
so we'll tie this in. So this ties into the question I was going to ask as well. Was there a goosebumps moment that captured like the spirit of Superman, that sort of thing? So one of my
yeah.
scenes is this. So I'd say, firstly, there's so many great scenes in this movie for me. Like one
Should we name like you name a scene, I'll name a scene, and we'll go
one
like
of the
that.
real standouts, Mr. Terrific and Lois going to the gate, like the portal to the pocket dimension, where he's using his like little drones to shield her, and he's just smashing loads of people whilst it's sun, sun, sun. That song's playing, mate. It's so good. And that fight scene was very reminiscent of like a Yondu fight scene with his arrow. And like
Yeah,
it was such a James Gunn fight scene, but it was one of the best, probably one of the, if not the best, like action sequence in the entire movie. Like very, very good. That is one of my top scenes from the film.
I mean, yeah, like yourself, I've got loads of great scenes from the film, but I think one of my favourite scenes as well is when obviously that message of Superman's parents has been revealed. The second half of it, and like Superman's gone back to his apartment or whatever, and is speaking to Lois, and in the background, the Justice Gang, as Green Lantern calls it, they're all like fighting this intergalactical monster while he's like chatting. I just love that scene. I thought it was such a great, like the camera angles and everything. Like they're in the background fighting.
Yeah, and he's like changing
and,
his beam into a baseball bat, and he's hitting it with a baseball bat and stuff.
But like while the last kicking off in the background, he's just literally like chatting, having this like proper chat, and Lois is like, "Oh, you're not gonna help him out." It's like, "No, they've got."
Oh, this is just like it's obviously not harming people, is it? They're just trying to get rid of it, sort of thing.
And he's obviously like this dark moment. He's quite depressed because of what he's heard. Like he's lived his whole life.
What did you think to that sort of? Like, I don't know if you know much of the backstory of Superman and stuff, but that's quite different. That's not really like the lore behind it. So when he gets that negative message, obviously you think it could be fake. Turns out it actually is real. The message is real. The back end of the message is real, and it's basically almost like it's a bit like Omni-Man's sort of like people. What they do, they go to like different planets and they try and take over the planet, make it their planet, that sort of thing. Yeah. I was a bit like, oh, I'm not really sure why they changed his message, and that's one of my like slight niggles from the film.
Yeah.
But then at the end, when they say, "Do you want to play the nice message for your parents?" and it plays like Ma and Pa, like Kent, of them, like the home videos of him as a kid and stuff like that. Like the fact that they changed it to that, like honestly, mate, I was like, that's so wholesome. That is like, it really didn't really matter to me after that point. I was like, no, because this is him, mate. It's the fact he's took that first half of that message, which was positive, and he's spun it in such a positive way, and he's obviously. It shows you what kind of character he is. In his head, he's thinking, no, that's positive. I'm going to choose to take that as a positive message. And he's lived his life via that message in a sense. So the fact that it was actually a lead up to a negative part didn't matter to him because that's not who he is. So I think it's shown a lot of for his character as well, didn't it, really?
And speaking of Ma and Paul Kent, obviously Legends. They've brought him up to be a proper good person. This beacon of hope that he thought his original parents wanted him to be. So he's become this really good person. But another great scene in the film, I thought, was when Paul Kent was talking to him, that emotional moment. I was like, oh,
very good, mate. I literally like nearly had a tear. But one of the funny parts as well, though, is when he was talking to him on the phone, and they've got the phone and they're shouting at the phone. Proper old people.
But that bit where, like, obviously, he's just been like, it's down the dumps again, isn't it? He's had that kryptonite poisoning or whatever. And the words that Paul Kent says, me, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's so good, mate.
And what a great acting, and what a great scene, and the music and all that, like, it really got you.
So I've got
other goosebump moments.
I'm gonna go through like a goosebump. Yeah, so like there's a couple of scenes that, like, the Mr. Terrific scene didn't give me goosebumps. It was just sick, like it just hyped me up. You know what I mean? I've got two moments that really gave me goosebumps, but the biggest one really for me was one of my favourite scenes out of this entire film, was his speech to Lex about how he's just as human as anyone else, and like how he gets scared. He's just trying to live like life like one foot in front of the other, just trying to do the best things, like trying to be a great person. Like he's like, that makes me more human than you, sort of thing. Like that scene, mate, I love that scene so much. Like it was so good, wasn't it? Like really, really good scene.
Yeah, and it's such a powerful scene to deliver in that moment. I think it's after that scene, Crypto throws Vex around on me.
Yeah.
It's just like flying on. But yeah, that powerful message there. But I thought another scene as well that I really enjoyed from the movie is when he saves the woman who's stuck in the car.
Yeah.
By holding the building, and then the building collapses. She gets away, saved, and then he comes through the dust cloud of the wreckage.
It just appears, doesn't he? It's like the symbol of hope appears as the woman's looking in like a rear view mirror.
Yeah. I'll just. Oh,
Oh, mate,
that's so
so
good.
good, mate, so good. I've seen people saying, "Oh yeah, but he let the city get destroyed." Yes, but he made sure everyone evacuated the city so nobody died. Like, Snyder bots, mate, at the moment winding me up.
Don't look into it, mate. Don't look into it. But so
I'll,
next question:
I'll,
What do you?
I was gonna say we'll skip the next one. The next one's basically, what did you think of
Yeah,
Corin Sweat as Clark Kent? Obviously, we think he's fantastic. One thing I will add to this, I do think he could be, for the DC
King Kong,
universe, what RDJ was for the MCU. Like what we know, and obviously Robert Downey Jr. agreed to
yeah,
do, or they got him on for the MCU, and he did that first Iron Man movie, and everyone was like, "Do you know what? Like, this really
he's
could be
got it.
something."
Yeah.
I do feel like he's that level for me. He could easily become. Think 10, 12 years down the line, mate. Um, we've got Justice League here. We've got all these other characters here. We're getting like Avengers game level, sort of like Endgame sort of level movies type stuff. And we're seeing this guy coming in, mate. Like I have high hopes that he could be that character for the DCU that RDJ was for the MCU. I do think that could happen because
And
I
with
believe in
that,
him, mate. I believe in him.
like, obviously that's one of his like his first like films of this like new DC kind of era, bringing a powerful character like Superman and that. But then you got all the other ones like you got Batman and
Batman's
mate,
coming in this first run. We'll get to it. I've got a list of
yeah,
the first things to come out. When we
yeah,
finish
yeah,
doing this,
yeah. We'll
we'll
talk about
discuss
that.
the future because I'm excited.
Let's go to the next question now. What character surprised you the most or felt fresh?
Mr. Terrific, mate, 100%. Don't get me wrong, Guy
I,
Gardner.
yeah,
Guy Gardner was fantastic. He was funny. We're definitely seeing him more. Him and Hawk Girl are definitely in Peacemaker season 2. I've seen like a little thing of them in Peacemaker season 2. Guy Gardner is 100% in the Lanterns series that's coming out early next year. So we're going to see much more of him. I really need to see more of Mr. Terrific, mate.
he is quality
They
character. He
nailed
is.
everything about his costume design is identical. His demeanor, his
I looked
coolness.
on Google. Yeah,
Yeah, like I really want to see so much more of this character because I'm a DC fan, mate. I don't know much about him. This is what I like that James Gunn's doing. I'm a bit of a normie type fan. I'm not deep. I don't read hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comics sort of thing. I've read a fair amount, but I don't read that much. So this characters that he's bringing out, like Mr. Terrific, I don't really know anything about, and I love it, mate. I'm excited. I'm infused, mate. His character was sick, mate. He stole every single scene he was in. He did, Mr. Terrific, mate. Like very good character. Him really good.
yeah. Mention other characters like Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, Nathan Fillion, mate. Everything Nathan Fillion's in, mate. I'll watch enough because I love him. I think he's a great
It's like
actor.
the scenes
But
where
what?
where they go to save when there's the war and he's just shooting middle fingers at fucking everyone.
I think my favorite scene with Guy Gardner is when he like falls out with Lois, and Lois is like,
Somebody's
"What's against the
here.
rules?" That haircut is like, "What did she say?"
Wait, what'd you say? What'd you say? Fuming about
But
his haircut.
he's such a quality actor, and to put him in that role, he nailed it so well.
Yeah,
We're not
it's
just
so
talking about
good.
him. We've got Hawk Girl,
Hawkgirl was,
Isabella
yeah, I've got Hawkgirl
Merchant
on.
from.
Like, I don't have anything negative to say about her. Great actress. Obviously, she's just been in
Yeah,
Last of Us Part Two. That she was
yeah.
probably one of the highlights for the show for me. Um, I don't think she got as much time as the other two characters did. That was the problem with her. However, she did get one really sick scene, didn't she? Where she dropped
Uh,
the flipping what's his face president.
yeah, yeah. She's like, he's like, "Oh, you're with Superman, so you got to keep me safe now, mate."
Uh,
Dropped him down the
Splat.
palm, mate.
Done him, mate. Done him.
Obviously, Crypto, legendary dog, mate. Based on his dog, into it. He based it all off of the actions and stuff from the videos he had.
Yeah.
Great little character to put into it.
Mate,
Put a lot of
the
humour.
fact that Crypto was 100% CGI as well.
Yeah.
Wow. He look honestly. There's so many parts that I genuinely thought there was just a real dog, mate. Like 100%. There's
That
such
bit
a
where he
good job
wakes
with that
up,
dog.
But he wakes up and he's like lying on his chest, and you see Superman's chest like looking at him. Like, I was like, that's proper cute. That is.
Proper cute dog, isn't he?
But we mentioned him already. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor,
Oh,
quality,
perfect.
proper menacing, intelligent, smart bloke. Obviously his mission is to kill Superman, and throughout this movie he has loads of plans, doesn't he? But yeah, Lex Luthor in this film was so good, and Nicholas Hoult, quality actor.
Legend, mate. Legend. I saw a thing actually. It was like, it was a thank you to Skins. For those of you who don't know, Skins is like a UK TV
I
show.
forgot it was in that, to be honest. Yeah.
And Nicholas Hoult basically, like, he was in a film a long time ago when he was a kid, wasn't he? Was it like, what was it called? About a boy or something like that, wasn't it? I can't remember. Something like that, isn't it? So he's been an actor for pretty much all his life. But one of the things that I remember seeing him first, and one of the big things I remember seeing him in, is a TV show called Skins. Like I said, it's a British show, English show. However, there's another chap in Skins who's on one of the later seasons called Cook. And it was like, thank you, Skins, for giving us the two best villains in movies this year. Because Cook from Skins is in Sinners. He's like the bad vampire villain guy in Sinners. And then we've got Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor in Superman. So like two of the best performances as villains this year have come from two British guys that started in just like a random BBC show. Like Skins back in the day, mate. Like, oh, I'm so sometimes, mate. Us British dudes, the actors we get, mate, are unbelievable, aren't they?
But him to come into this role as Lex Luthor, like,
Clutch, mate.
I like even my dad. My dad obviously is a big fan of Superman. Lex Luthor's one of the main villains in the whole of Superman. He really enjoyed the characters as Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
So
there was a couple of good bits as well from him as well, where there's like one of the scenes where he was like being compared. He's like, I hate being compared to like Einstein and Newton and these guys, blah, 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 like call him losers or whatever. I can't remember exactly the wording. I've only seen the movie once, but he's like, of course I'm envious of you. Like, you go around there like you're a god. But he does this really, like, the monologue he does, the speech he does is like fantastic, isn't it? When he's talking about how he is envious and he's jealous of Superman, and he's honestly
the monologues for everyone in the film, mate,
so good, mate. It's well written. But how did you
Okay,
feel for the city and stuff anyway? Like, did you think Metropolis was like a living, breathing sort of city?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, obviously Daily Planet, the main. But yeah, like I really enjoyed it. I love how the people react to Superman. Obviously, this ray of hope, and how quickly they turned, like in real life, how quickly they turned on me when they find out that.
Oh, it's literally is like real life, mate. As soon as it's exactly what happened with Johnny Depp in real life. As soon as there's like a negative thing said online, everyone takes it for gospel. No one wants to do the research. No one wants to wait for the information. Instantly turn them against him. But it did feel so real, didn't it? Like it felt like it was just our world. Like this is happening. Like this is a documentary. What do you mean? Like this is happening right now.
Yeah, like the city's getting torn apart by. It's like not black hole, man. But
No, you know what I mean though. Like just the people every day. Like you've seen people in the background walking around, just going for the day. Obviously with the Daily Planet, mate. I'd love to get a Daily Planet spin-off series. You know, Big Jimmy and that.
Yeah, Big Jimmy. Yeah. But yeah, even the characters in like the Daily Planet and stuff, very funny. You had loads of funny parts in it. Loads of interesting characters. But like I say, the Daily Planet sideshow would be pretty good. But yeah, like I said, James Gunn nailed it with this. Even the Metropolis, the feel of Metropolis. Obviously, Lex Luthor had his big skyscraper where he was commanding things because it was like a high rise, wasn't it? And he was obviously watching the whole city, and obviously, yeah. What about yourself? Did you have the feel of a living, breathing city? Did you?
Yeah, I loved it, mate. It did give it gave a different vibe to what you expect Gotham to be, but it did give a similar vibe to what parts of the Matt Reeves Gotham was, if that makes sense. Because that was one of my things about the Penguin show is that it felt so real. Like it did feel like such a real world. Like And I know they are pretty much just like New York or Chicago or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like they normally are real cities or whatever, but it just felt like that was happening in your world. And any movie that can make you feel like that is so sick, mate. Especially when it's a made up world. Like it's different with MCU because MCU it's just real world, isn't it? They're in New York and then they're in Paris and they're in London. Obviously that gives it away. But when it's a fake city and a fake like world in a sense, isn't it? Really, like Metropolis, Gotham, even though Gotham's near us in Nottingham, but still.
But yeah, like talking about the city and stuff. Like obviously, this is a city that's meta-humans live there, so obviously they were going to get attacked by aliens and all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, obviously they rely on Superman, they rely on the Justice Gang or whatever. But yeah, it did feel real to me. The characters out, how they spoke to Superman, how they like idolized him as well in parts. But yeah, it's such a great job, mate. To be honest, I can't knock any of it. To be honest, I mean, look, this is hope, mate. This T-shirt is hope.
Symbol of hope, mate.
Oh, and what were some cool little Easter eggs or DC Universe tie-ins that you caught in this film?
So, biggest thing for me here, obviously we mentioned Peacemaker earlier.
Peacemaker, yeah, classic.
But my biggest geek moment here was them panning out. You know when we met the Justice Gang and Lois went into the building to see the Justice Gang, blah, blah, blah. And they're in the Hall of Justice, which is literally like the Justice League's HQ, basically. I was like, boy, we're here, mate. We're here. It's here. We're done. We're in the Hall of Justice, bro. What do you mean?
You know what I like to see? Rick Flag, mate.
Big Flag. Rick Flag Senior, isn't
Rick Flag. Yeah.
Peacemaker moat the other one off.
But we had Supergirl as well, didn't we? Supergirl towards the end of the
Supergirl film. Towards the end, yeah. But she wasn't really an Easter egg, was she? She was just an appearance in general, wasn't she?
But yeah. Oh, mate. I can't wait to see what comes next, to be honest.
But yeah, it's sick, mate. Like there's so many little bits in it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So we've got plenty of stuff to come. There's plenty of little Easter eggs. But the one of them is like a mural inside. There's like a mural inside of it. Obviously, like tie-in it would Peacemaker. Obviously, we see him, so he's officially canon, that sort of stuff. Which means the events of the Suicide Squad movie, which means that Harley Quinn and that the Shark King or whatever his name was, I can't remember his name now, King Shark, and those sort of characters are all canon. Obviously, we've got Amanda Waller, which we know she will see more of her anyway, because we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, so all that's linked now. So everything James Gunn's done so far is included now. So yeah, so it's so sick, mate. It's so sick. But what does this film say about Superman in today's world? Like, what do you think? Like, it does to today's world, having obviously a brand new Superman, as hopeful as this is, that sort of stuff.
I think we've pretty much covered it already, haven't we? Like, it gives hope to the younger generation as well as fans of DC as well, of this new era, and the message of hope to as Superman to be a better person in your life. But yeah, I think he nailed it with the hope side of things.
Yeah,
in the film.
I think.
But like you say, like your lad, and your kids and your daughter watching it as well, like they'll be excited about the new DC movies as well. They'll come as well after Superman, because obviously they loved it so much.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, my kids love Teen Titans and stuff like that, so they're already like into the DC world in a way. But like today's world, mate, today's world needs a Superman. Like, we're so starved of hope and like optimism right now in life. Like, it genuinely felt like being a kid again. Like, I was in the cinema, mate, just like grinning from like ear to ear, pal. Like, so happy. It's so full of light, so full of possibilities. Like, I miss having that feeling. Because let's be honest, mate, the news is all negative. Like, you see stuff online, it's all negative, isn't it? We don't have that anymore. Yeah. Everyone's always pushing that sort of like negative narrative onto everyone's lives, and it's so exhausting at times. And we just need what a symbol of hope, mate, don't we? We need a Superman. We really need him. It's come at the right time.
Which, mate, it's here, right here, mate. It's here. But yeah, I do agree. Like, the world's going down the pan, mate, and we need yeah, we need the symbol of hope. We're never going to get Superman, to be honest.
Obviously.
But, it would be nice, but
just a random Kryptonian knocks about in real life. Where'd you come from?
I just want to shatter your dreams right there. We actually get a Superman. Oh, then we're on. I didn't even. Yeah. Did you do enough to set up larger DC universe or future sequels?
I believe so. Yeah. So we've met Supergirl, like you say. Met Supergirl at the end.
Peacekeeper's coming out. Peacemaker, sorry.
We've met Supergirl. Got Peacemaker. Guy Gardner is going to be in the Lanterns. We've seen the Hall of Justice there. So Belle Reeve's been mentioned, which is where obviously Lex gets sent in the movie, and that's the home to like Task Force X with Amanda Waller, which oversees like Suicide Squad, for example. So there's another tie-in. There's more things that could happen there. There's a lot there that's just got me buzzing, mate. Got me buzzing to see what's coming next. There's a lot of little hints and a lot of stuff setting up. Like, as I say, we've got Peacemaker coming out, then we've got Lanterns coming out, and then straight after Lanterns, we've got Supergirl coming out. Like, there's so much stuff already in the works as well. And we've already been introduced to like three or four different versions of it, really. So,
what superheroes from the DC universe would you like to see James Gunn's version of?
Red Hood, mate, 100%.
No, besides from Red Hood, because I mean, that's the obvious answer. But like other ones.
Well, the thing is, my biggest one's been Titans. It was a Titans show. It was pretty good. Got cancelled. He's already announced a Titans movie. That's coming. He's doing it. Like, it's gonna happen. Okay. So we're already gonna get the likes of Nightwing. We're gonna likely get Cyborg, Beast Boy. We're gonna get Starfire. We're gonna get Raven. We're gonna get these sort of characters that are already in like a team and that are already fleshed out in the comics and in the world. Like, people know a lot of these characters already, really. I mean, we've got Batman Brave and the Bold coming, which are going to have Batman and Damian Wayne, which makes me hopeful that we won't get Robin in Titans. We'll get Nightwing in Titans because we'll already have Robin in the universe with Batman's son. So we've already got pretty much most of the characters I'd like already on the way, mate, if I'm honest with you. And then the thing is that like we've already had Bane and Deathstroke have already been announced for a project. We know that they're coming out. We don't know who the actors are going to be. And I think, so a lot of people think it's going to be like the standalone movie, but I think Deathstroke's a massive Titans villain, mate. He's their main villain, so he's got to be tied up to that. So we're already getting a lot of these characters that I love. Like, and my favourite character, Deathstroke's one of my favourite characters. Red Hood's one of my favourite characters. Nightwing, we're already getting Batman. Obviously, Batman's a big one. Yeah. I've always liked Superman, but he's never been one of my favourite characters. But, mate, I'm reading Superman comics at the moment now because I'm into it, mate. I'm reading Supergirl comics, mate. I'm ready for it. Like, I'm so infused. I'm so excited for the future of the DC, mate. Like, I've never had this feeling before, ever. I'd never got it with Zack Snyder. I never got it with any other projects out there because they've never felt right. They've always felt a bit standalone-ish, and they've never felt like there's been a concise and clear plan of what's going to happen. And James Gunn's got that in place. Like, we've got 6 or so movies already announced. We've got 6 or so shows already announced. Like, and this is just chapter 1. It's just phase 1 of it all. Like, there's more to come, mate. Like, we're getting so much, and we're going to be eating well. Really, really well, mate. But I don't know how much you know about DC. Is there anything... Mate, Clayface. We're getting Clayface, mate. What do you mean, bro?
Well, I want, obviously, Deathstroke. Deathstroke's big for me.
Legend.
I'd like to see the Flash, because obviously that's part of the Justice League. Anyway,
yeah, but, he'll come, because he'll be in the Justice League.
To see Batman as well. Like, his version, James Gunn's version of Batman, to see that.
We still... I think we know who's writing the script. I think he's already announced that. But there's no actors or anything yet, so I don't know who we're going to get.
Well, like, going back to the earlier one about the cinema trip, like, watching this film, Superman, like it's been a while since I've felt like, when you're in the cinema and you're getting goosebumps and you're like really excited
Yeah.
when you come out of this. I'm really hopeful when you come out of the cinema. But yeah, to see what comes next
Buzzing it
with
when you come out.
some of our favorite like DC heroes and stuff and villains. I prefer villains to heroes, but yeah, I loved it, mate, and I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next. But yeah, Deathstroke, mate, for me.
Deathstroke's sick, mate. Deathstroke's sick. Red Hood's like he's like an anti-hero type character. He's got a complicated backstory in a set. Not a complicated backstory. His backstory is very simple, but he's got a tragic backstory, should I say?
I think James Gunn will bring that to light, though. He'll bring it. He'll do a really good job.
I think he will if he should do. I'd like him to.
Yeah.
But like with Batman, I don't know who's going to be the actor. I've seen a lot of people saying Jensen Ackles.
He'd be great. Yeah,
he's too old, mate. Now though, I saw how old he was. He's like 47. He's too old for this world now. Like the word they're setting up. David Corenswet's younger than me. Like I'm older than him.
Is he like what 27, 28?
No, he's like 31. I think he is. Like 31 or 32. You need someone around there because he can play Superman for 20 plus years easy. Like he's in Hollywood. He's going to look great. He's going to look great for that amount of time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need a younger person, and there's a couple of people. I think there's a guy called I can't remember his name is now Skelar or something. I can't remember his name at all. But I've seen some Sklenar, I think his name is. Brandon Sklenar. And I've seen him. I've seen a couple of things for him. He's around the same age as David Corenswet. So he's much younger. And I've seen a lot of fan art of him as Batman. And to be fair, mate, he looks sick. Like he'd do a really good job, I think.
Yeah, I think they'll get the right actor to play these roles because these like with Batman is such an iconic OG role. Like you need to get the right person for it, and I think
it depends how they go about it. With the Titans coming in, there's multiple iterations where Nightwing becomes Batman. There's so many different routes they can take anyway. So even if they got an older guy to be Batman, but yeah,
as well.
There's so much coming.
I'd love to see who they get as Aquaman as well. Aquaman's sick.
Yeah.
As well.
But yeah, it's so good, mate.
As well.
But where would you like to see Superman go next, though? Not DC, but Superman. Like, what sort of villains would you like to see? What sort of team-ups?
Obviously, team up with Batman. Obviously,
we'll get Justice League 100%, won't we?
Yeah, Justice League. Yeah, I think that's it really. Just League for me. But I just want to see more David as Superman.
Yeah, he's sick, mate.
I just want to see where we go next with it, and obviously the characters that are introduced in this film with like Mr. Terrific, and all those other characters. Like to see them to go on and pop up in other films that come out.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for it. But Peacemaker, we got that next month, isn't it?
It is next month, 21st. It's literally, it's in like pretty much exactly 1 month's time.
So, and if you are listening in or watching, do join us because we'll be discussing that on podcast. So you need to drop us a follow. But yeah, what about yourself? Are you excited?
Yeah. So I'm thinking now. I've watched Superman 1. I'm waiting for Superman 2. What's going to happen then potentially? Sadly, it will happen. But Paul Kent, he will die. Essentially, I think he'll die. He'll be like an Uncle Ben type thing. It may even be the next movie we see Superman in. And I think that'll be a real test for Superman as a character, a real test for his judgment, that sort of stuff. And it'll be a difficult movie. And we could get General Zod as the villain, but
I was thinking Zod, yeah.
We've had that before, mate. I'm not bothered.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know if
I want Brainiac. I think if they get Brainiac in there, get Supergirl as a supporting cast in the movie. Obviously, we're going to get the Supergirl film. Next one, have Supergirl helping out with Brainiac. Obviously, have her help him, support him. Lois supporting him, obviously, because his dad's passed, that sort of thing. And then at the end of that, could have that lead on to set up Justice League. And then more to come for their like first Avengers type movie, I guess. Because I'm not expecting. I was talking to Perry the other day about it. I'm not expecting every movie to be like a 9 9 out of 10 film, like 10 out of 10
Yeah.
film. Because you've got to think when the MCU started, we had Iron Man 1, brilliant film. But then the Thor movie, mate, 4 was awful. It was really boring, really dingy, really dark. And I
Best Thor
appreciate
film
it was a
was
bit more experimental
fire.
back then, wasn't it, for MCU? No one had really done the films to the level they was trying to do it. But I do think we knocked Zod on the head, mate. Snyder, I think, ruined that. Get Brainiac in, pal. I don't think he's ever been in any. I don't think he's ever been seen in like a live action before. He's a big villain, and I think that'll be pretty sick, to be honest with you, for a next Superman.
Yeah, I think the Zod will approach at some point. But yeah, I was thinking about that, like obviously Zod and stuff, but I don't think he'd bring it because obviously, like I say, like Zack Snyder did all that, so I don't know if he will bring it into one of his films next. But yeah, I look forward to seeing what Supergirl comes of that as well. I don't really know much about the actress. I think she's an Australian actress, isn't it? But yeah,
Who's that? Sorry.
We'll see what happens. The Supergirl actress. I think she's.
Oh yeah, she was in House of Dragons, wasn't she?
Oh yeah, she was. Yeah, of course she was. First season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. I didn't realise that. You know, when you see someone, you're like, oh yeah, I've seen you somewhere before.
Yeah,
but
I know you.
just
You're like,
happens.
oh, actually, I really don't know you. But yeah, she's in House of Dragon. So yeah, she's certainly making a. Ooh, I'm about to make a name of myself here.
Not to make a name for myself. Yeah, I'm so excited to see where we go next. Have we got any like dates? I mean, we've had a poster of Supergirl, not we come out.
Supergirl comes out July. It's pretty much exactly a year away. We've had a new poster come out that says, instead of saying look up, it says look out. So that's going to be pretty much loosely based off Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, which is a small comic run. It's like an 8-issue comic run. I could say, but I don't. Yeah, I kind of don't want to spoil it in case that's exactly what the movie is. But essentially, she goes to these red planets to get drunk because the planets with red suns to get drunk because a red sun doesn't affect her like a yellow sun does. So on yellow sun planets, they can't get drunk because their body just heals it. They're constantly healing it. Yeah, they're constantly healing it, the toxins, so they don't get affected by it. So the red suns, it has a different effect. But she goes to this one with a red sun to celebrate her 21st birthday. She goes to celebrate her birthday. Oh, I'm old enough to drink. Go for a drink. She ends up getting in like a spot of bother with this geezer, basically. She gets shot by 3 arrows. She gets Crypto also gets murked off by these arrows as well. And then the guy escapes on her ship because she's about to leave with the dog on the ship. He gets distracted by this young girl. And the guy gets in the ship, takes off with the ship, but the arrows are laced with poison. And she basically says, look, we're going to have to put your dog down unless we can get the exact poison, because everyone makes the poison different on this planet because it's like a planet of like hunter-gatherers, that sort of thing. And she goes on this mission basically to find this guy to get the poison so she can get back and save Crypto. So, he
did get mentioned in the film that she was going to these planets, didn't?
Yeah, so
towards the end of it.
There's not enough content, I don't think, to fill an entire movie out. It's like 8 comics. You can read it in like half an hour. So like, they'd probably be slightly different, but that's the gist of it essentially. So
we'll see what happens, but I'm looking forward to it.
But it'll be, if that is the case though, it'll be sick because on the start of it, she goes to this planet. She's got like a coat on, like a long grey, like stone coloured, like trench coat star thing on, with her suit underneath, exactly how she looks at the end of the Superman movie when she lands in and goes to see him, Corin Sweat, and gets obviously the Crypto back. So she looks very, very close to it.
Yeah.
So in terms of projects coming out, we've had Creature Commandos that came out as an animated one that came out December last year. Very good. Peacemaker Season 1's obviously already out. Peacemaker Season 2's coming out. Lanterns comes out early 2026, and for shows, that's all the dates we've got. We've got Amanda Waller TV show coming out. We've got a TV1 show coming out called Paradise Lost, and then we've got another one, Booster Gold. So he's like a different hero, different character. Mad that they've chose him to come in, because he's such a random character, mate. But like, so they're what's for the first phase, and there's a second phase. I think it's called Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, I think it's called. The first phase of all the movies and shows. So first movie, Superman, done and dusted, mate, banger. Supergirl comes out the 26th of June next year. Then we've got a Clayface movie, comes out September next year. And then that'll be more of like a horror type thing, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
And then we've got The Authority. We've got Batman the Brave and the Bold. And then we've got Swamp Thing as well coming out in this phase. And then we've got another phase, obviously, after that as well, which I think it's also got movies announced in it. I think that's like... got Titans and stuff like that, and Justice League's in there. I think there's a Wonder Woman coming out. I'm pretty sure the Paradise Lost, that's all about where Wonder Woman grows up. Okay, like the entire, like the place where she comes from.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's based on that. So, there's loads of content already announced. Like, and we're only one movie in, pretty much. Do you know what I mean?
It's such a great start, though, isn't it? Great. Start.
Blue Beetle's getting a series. We're getting a season 2 of Creature Commandos, and there's one Mr. Miracle series coming out. They're just in development. We don't know anything about them really yet.
I did quite enjoy Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle. It weren't like an immense movie or anything. It was a very good origin story, I thought. We've got an untitled Teen Titans film. It says untitled Bane and Death. This is Wikipedia, by the way, so some of this take with a pinch of salt. Some of it might not be true. We've got an untitled Bane and Deathstroke film, which I don't think that will be a film. I'm still standing by. I think they'll just be in a film. Because they've only announced that Bane and Deathstroke. They've never mentioned it was going to be a standalone or anything like that. Just that Bane and Deathstroke are going to appear in it. So Deathstroke's definitely coming, mate. Hype. Okay. Bane's definitely coming. Hype. Although that could be Batman Brave and the Bold could have them in it, and that's when we could be introduced to Titans as well. We've got
Joker as a villain as well. See what
Sergeant Rock. Then we've got a Wonder Woman film, and then we've also got a Justice League film. There's no dates for any of them, by the way. They're just what we've already got an idea of what's coming out and announcements. So we've got plenty to go about. It's an exciting time to be a DC fan. It really is, and I'm so happy with this movie, mate. I'm so happy with this movie. Like, just so much about it, mate. Origin, like, story slightly different, like I say, with Jor-El, his dad, but I'm not bothered, mate. I genuinely don't care because it's so good. Like the Baravia invasion, all that sort of stuff. Like, despite obviously Superman being like Earth's protector, he's occupied, but he's got his mates, so his mates going. But like even the part where like he's on the opposite side of the world and there's like kids putting up Superman flags, like and stuff like it's just it shows you like the sort of like what's the word I'm looking for? It shows you like the sort of impact and effect he's having on that world. But yeah, this movie was fantastic, mate. Justice Gang. Oh, Metamorpho. Forgot about that geezer, mate. Metamorpho, the entire scene where he saves the baby and doing all that stuff. I loved the part where Metamorpho is like,
I was about to say
joining the Justice Gang, and Guy Gardner's like, no, I don't know about that. You're weird or whatever, and he's like, we can't not join the Justice Gang. Justice Gang, that's a cool name. He's like, right, you're in. Let's him join.
Yeah, Guy Gardner in this is funny, and his haircuts are ridiculous.
It's so good. It's like in the comics though as well. That's funny.
Did you notice James Gunn's brother was in it as well?
Is he?
It's Sean Gunn or whatever. He made a little appearance towards the end as well.
Oh, mate. I forgot to mention the part. Do you know where he's imprisoned? And obviously, Metamorpho's using the kryptonite, isn't he? And he's like, they get that guy, don't they? And that guy's like, "No, Superman, don't tell him anything. Like, I've got no family, I've got nothing, I've got no friends, blah blah. Don't tell him anything." And they shoot that guy in the head, don't they?
Yeah.
But like literally about 3 scenes ago, the guy's literally got like a family and stuff. But like he's that adamant, like he's on Superman's side, mate. He wants it. Even this random guy wants to like
Believe.
help Superman and like make sure that Superman can bring hope and obviously peace to the world. And I thought, mate, that is mad. That scene was so mad. So
I think it's after he kills that guy, it's like, right, I'm gonna get someone else who's close to Superman. I'll get Clark Kent.
Yeah, I'll get Clark Kent. He's always doing interviews. People like that. Oh,
obviously like long up. He's like, but yeah,
but yeah, obviously we skip through, don't we? Like the start of the film's like what does it say? Like 3 centuries ago, metahumans came to Earth, and then it was like 3 decades ago, Superman came to Earth, was sent to Earth as a baby, whatever. And then it's like 3 years ago, he became Superman. And it's like 3 hours ago or whatever.
That's his first battle.
He's getting murked off, like by fucking what does he call himself? Baravia, the warrior of Baravia or something, doesn't he? Or whatever it's called, Bavaria or whatever. But that opening, mate, just chuck straight into a well-established world. Clark Kent and Lois Lane already have an established romance together. And they obviously have clear chemistry. She knows she knows he's Superman. The scene where she goes to see the Justice Gang and Guy Gardner's like, is he wearing them hypno glasses or whatever? They're like, make you think he's a different person. And she's like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, it's Clark Kent in it. And she's like, well, yeah, I know that, but you don't know that I knew that. Why are you telling people? Like Guy Gardner's just telling folks whose identity is, bro.
Oh, mate. Just look at that was going to talk about Mr. Terrific, though. His character in this thing. The whole thing with, like, when Krypto's eating his, like, little drone things. It was so funny. It's like,
yeah, like the
no,
ball.
not this dog again. I'm proper like menacing and harassing him. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even. What about the official on-record interview that he had, which is like it's very serious but like very comedic at the same time, like the hashtag super shit and like stuff like that, where it's like, oh yeah, the people online calling you hashtag super shit. It's like, pause it. Why did you have to bring up super shit? You know I hate that one.
But yeah, the relationship between Lois and
like Clark, like you see what he's like very empathetic. He's really vulnerable. While like. Obviously, Lois Lane's obviously like really sharp, really independent. She's not like a damsel in distress at all. Like they have such a great dynamic together. And even towards the end, where he's like, "Oh, do you want to come and give me an interview?" And they like start kissing at the back of that thingy, don't they? In like the building, and they like float up and stuff. It's just like a cute moment, mate. Like in it, like it's just so many great bits in this movie.
I think like Lois's boss, like, are they still nailing or something? Or something like that. Are they still getting together or hooking up or whatever? Yeah. Great film though. If you're listening, watching, let us know in the comments. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow. But I hope you enjoyed our talk on Superman, the new movie, 2025, James Gunn's movie. Great film. Let us know your thoughts. But we've got 2 things to say. So what we're going to say, Ian? What we're going to say?
Peace and prosperity.
Godspeed. Have a great weekend. Have a great time, and we'll see you on the next podcast, which will be next week. So,
stay hopeful, and we love you.
Watch this film many times. Bye.